Welcome back to another episode of Guardians of Venus. I'm here with Ellie. And of course, we're going to talk about a really interesting topic this time about restarting your life. Like when life has been really tough, when things are looking down for you, or you're just stuck in a rut, you're not really getting the results or the happiness that you deserve. Sometimes it's okay to just start again, start from scratch. But it's not even starting from scratch because you're starting from experience, right? So, um, yeah. So what's coming up for you, Ali, in terms of this topic? Have you ever had to
Hmm.
restart your journey?
Yeah, I always do that. If I will never do that, I will only be here anymore. But yeah, this topic because I noticed that lastly, lots of people are struggling with their lives. They have to restart their life and live again. They are going
Yeah.
really fastly down, lastly, just like my dad.
Hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't know how to go far, just start again. That's what Czech people say.
Hmm. Awesome. 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 And yeah, like starting again, it's also like really powerful when you can almost look at it like it's a new chapter of my life, right? So it's a completely fresh page, new page. I can do whatever I want. I can be whoever I want. So it gives you this kind of freedom. And I think
Yeah,
freedom and choice is so important if you want to shift out of a negative belief, right? To feel like you have a choice or you have the agency or the responsibility, right? So yeah, really, really important to just make that decision in your mind, like I'm gonna rebirth today, or like whatever, like it's gonna happen, putting your foot down. Yeah.
mhm. And how to restart? Well, all you have to do is accept people around you who are hurting you, or accept that this what is happening to you with your business, for example, is
Yeah.
just refreshing your money. You are losing money. Lastly, uh, it means that your money wants to refresh. It means that they want to
Yeah.
leave
Money
you
needs to
instead of.
circulate. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So if you don't circulate your money, they will go from you by themselves. So yeah,
Also, like before restarting, it's a very good idea to give yourself some space because if there's too many people, too many things going on around you, it might be difficult to just start again. Of course, we're forced into doing it at times, but just sleeping more, eating lighter, meditating, like doing nothing for a little bit as you're restarting is going to be very good for you because you're
yeah.
finding your baseline again, right? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody has it a little bit differently. That's why
Mhm.
it's a little bit harder to help some of people. But
Right.
yeah, somebody do what you said. And sorry, my mom is next to me. Well, someone is doing that what you say, and someone is, for example, they start going to gym. To they start to find new people. They start to find, uh, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you have to kind of re-choose who you're becoming. Like,
Yeah,
who is the version of me that speaks differently, loves differently, um, in whatever area or issue you're having in your life. Like, let's say you have an issue with your friend circle and they're like backstabbing you or it's
yeah,
like not going well, then you would have to like set the boundary with them and be like this isn't, a dynamic that I want anymore. So if you want to be still friends with me, we would have to change this dynamic, or you just cut
yeah,
them off. That's the
exactly.
best
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Just ignore it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I
Well,
did.
not
That's what I
yeah,
did.
not exactly ignore it. It's more like you're acknowledging it, but you're still removing it from your life, the toxic energy from your life. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cleaning your space is also a good one. Updating your vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. That's what I wanted to say also. If you feel like
Mm,
your life is not going on anymore, if you feel like your life is super boring, just start to find your new hobbies, start to buy you new clothes, and start to remake your room, clean your room, change clothes,
yeah.
change style, try new
Mhm.
hobbies, sports
Right.
also. Yeah, that's when uh, mm, because lots of things we have to restart: business, work, friendship, um, hobbies, lots of things.
Right. You know, one thing that's coming up for me, babe, is the idea of like restarting also means grieving or mourning for the past self, like that we've left behind, that we're leaving behind. So there might be a phase of like even sadness, or like shadows coming up, but that's perfectly normal because every ending of a story hides a throne or a gift or a treasure or something, so
Exactly.
uh
Yeah, yeah.
so
What I
accepting
said,
the glory and the grief
uh,
at the same time. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. What I said before to you that we live in never end, never ending, because every end is new start, and
Totally.
that's
The
restart.
beginning
That's
is the
restart.
ending. Yeah. It's like a
Yeah, yeah,
cycle.
exactly, exactly,
Mm,
exactly. Yeah,
mm.
that's the same. That's the restart. When you end and then you start. That's called restart.
Also, to recognize other restarters on their journey and then matching with your soul tribe can oftentimes help you magnetize that into your life. Like letting go of, like I had to let go of like old mentors, old spaces, old mirrors that weren't
Yeah.
helping me to reflect the greatest version of me, right? They weren't um, helping me towards my holiness or my righteousness. It was more so confusing me or like keeping me in a loop, right? And
Hmm.
so once I recognized this, it's almost like I post this thing today where I'm like Neo's face and I stop the old trauma loops as the bullets, right? So like the bullet is coming, stop the trauma loop and kind of look at it like, oh, this is what the trauma looks like, right?
Hmm.
So sometimes we have to do that with our past, look at it really like a, not analyze it, but love it, respect it because it's still a part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
Also, no pain, no gain.
no pain, no gain. Right.
Also, what I wrote on Brahma Sutra, that you give it a little bit of sunlight, but also a little bit of shadow, because without
Mhm.
shadow, we won't realize that we have light.
Mm,
My
right.
goodness, I'm so dramatic.
Right. And your edge is not your enemy, right? When you surrender to God, you don't become weak as many people think. You become more rooted, right? You become,
Hmm.
you could say more dangerous actually, because you're like a mountain, like a jaguar in meditation.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think reframing the idea that God's love is actually not sterile and like, soft is very strong, savage. Jesus went against all the Pharisees, right? So um,
Hmm.
you become volcanic in your nature. It's very powerful. Yeah. Fierce, alive. I think a lot of us, we repress our life force energy, and that's what makes us feel not so worthy. We don't allow ourselves to feel it fully, like our emotions or, boys don't cry, whatever, like these ideas of culture. And that just limits
Yeah.
people to
Yes,
express
exactly.
themselves how they want to.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Mm.
as I said, I don't even know to who I speak a lot, but I always say, I always say that just be yourself. Yeah, I said that on Primal Sutra too. That
Yourself.
people will always find reason to hate you. Always,
Mhm.
whatever you do, how perfect you are in something, people will always find something to to blame
Mhm.
you or to make fun of you or to
Mhm.
put you down
Mhm.
because everybody is the same and different at the same time.
Yeah, and I also think like at a certain point, you need to also stop trying to prove yourself because we feel good when we feel validated and like accepted and people like us, so it puts us into this like people pleaser kind of mode, like I don't want people to think I'm cool, I don't want people to think that I'm different or weird. But at the same time, I know that some people just have a different perspective, they're not meant for the spiritual path, or that they're on a
Yeah.
different journey, so it's completely okay. I've accepted that. Of course, with your help, babe, but I've accepted that, I think, after a while. And sometimes what matters more is alignment, not your image. That's
Mm.
another big lesson for me.
Also, what I wanted to say about that, what you said before, well, every you don't need to worry this much because everyone will grow up one day. Everyone will be healed. Everyone will go somewhere.
Yeah,
So
sometimes the
you don't.
holy energies drag you into the light. Sometimes, like it
Yeah,
pulls you.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
but also that's why I said that you don't have to. You can't help everyone because not everyone's destiny is to be healed right now at this time with your help.
And it's also, yeah, leading without controlling, like leading people, but not like imposing my reality onto them. And,
Mm,
then that's
yeah,
a very negative thing. I used to do that actually. I used to give unsolicited advice,
I
overgive
know.
ideas.
I know, I know. I stopped you from that because it's really
Yeah.
dangerous and it's
Yeah,
bad.
especially in the occult spaces, right? Where
Yeah.
things are more hidden. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. I saw this meme the other day. Wait, let me show you. You'll laugh at this one. So it was these two old women, and it's like holding, wait, let me just show you. So it's like
Ah,
spirit guides is
you
shutting me
sent
up.
me that. You sent me that.
Spirit guides saying, nope, don't say that. Yeah,
You sent me that. Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes I've also realized something, babe, like, when I'm eating food, for instance, sometimes I'll realize like eating, even ordering something, God wants me to order it. Like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be that I have to eat home cooked food all the time to remain healthy. Like that was a wrong paradigm
Yeah.
for me.
That is
So now
true.
I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes fries can be less toxic than some other food or something, because it's laced with
Well.
superiority. Like this food is better, or this diet is more cool than yours, or whatever. Yeah.
No. Well, because of today's weather and problems with nature, because of lots of toxic mm, vapors in our
Chemtrails and
uh,
things. Yeah.
yeah, it's also important sometimes to eat something toxic
Yeah.
to make that
Oh, like
um
immunity.
how to
Yeah.
say that immunity. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Mm,
But how to say that also in
interesting.
English?
Yeah.
Protilátka. I don't know how to say that in English. Well, yeah, immunity. Can say
Mm,
it's
right.
like when, for example, is it right penicillin also in English?
Penicillin. Yeah.
Penicillin, yeah,
It's a medicine. Yeah.
penicillin. Yeah, actually, it's mold. It's mold and it's super toxic. But
Mm.
if you are sick, if you are
Right.
strep, Streptococcus. I can't pronounce. You
Strep
use you
Streptococcus? That
use
was hot, babe. What did you say?
streptococcus. I don't know how to say it in English. Streptococcus. Strep-
Streptococcus.
it's sickness, it's illness.
Hey,
Oh my god. Well,
all
so
right.
you never that.
Samba's
All
watching
right.
with Emily right now. All right, let's go. Upward spiral. Chicken Nugget is here, aka Faros. Refresh. Let's go. Big White is here. Hey, what's up, champ?
Hi
All
there.
right, cool.
Here is Uncle Makara with Auntie Gumio.
Gumio. Auntie Gumio. I like
Gumio.
that.
Yeah, I like that
Uncle
too. That's
Makara
so
and
cute.
Auntie Gumio. Gumio is a nine-tailed
It's
fox, right?
fox.
Spirit.
Yeah,
Or like a fox
exactly.
spirit in Japanese, yeah.
Yes. Japanese? No, it's Korean.
Oh, Korean, my
Maybe
bad.
also Chinese, I think. I'm not sure, but I know that it's in Korea.
Korean Gumio. Got it. Got it. Got it. And but if your salad is like laced with this kind of spiritual superiority, like, oh, I must eat salads because that makes me elite,
Ah,
that
oh,
puts you into like a kind of a weird mode, I guess you could say, right? Like, because you're
well,
rejecting whatever is coming up. You're not eating intuitively. You're just like, I must stick to this plan, and you get horse blinders then.
well, as I said to also before, my goodness, I'm repeating myself always because it just matches every topic.
All all good teachers do that, babe. That's fine to repeat yourself.
I
Like,
know, I know. You
yeah,
also repeat yourself.
totally.
And
My dad does it
yeah,
too. It's probably a habit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. Well, I just forgot because of you. Wait. Oh, yeah. Every always too much of things are not good. Like how to say that? Too much of something is also harmful.
Yeah.
Too much of salads is also bad.
Yeah, like if you're just like, I'm gonna just eat salty food for the next, 10 days only, like your body's gonna show some weird like symptoms that are gonna tell you to slow it down, right? So you have
Yeah,
to trust in that homeostasis. Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to eat regular. How to say that? Regular
Regularly.
and regular, regular and
Regularly. So cute.
regularly. And that's healthy. That's healthy to eat well and eat regular.
So like making it consistent, you're saying, in your eating patterns?
You have to how to say that in English? Uh, just
Change you Do you mean changing up the diet or do you mean keeping the diet the same?
no, always changing food. So
Always
sometimes this,
changing it
sometimes
up.
this,
Got it.
sometimes this, sometimes this. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, my mom always used to say, eat with lots of colors on your plate,
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
unless it's like radioactive slime or something, But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Coloring E120. It's made from spiders. It's a color,
Oh,
red color made from spiders. E120. Yeah,
wow.
it's
That's
made
like in
from
cranberry
spiders.
juice. You said that to me once, like spiders were in cranberry juice or something.
I, I didn't say that. No, babe.
I remember I
No.
was drinking cranberry juice one day and you just brought this up randomly, like there's spiders in it. And I'm
Mm,
like, what the fuck?
Maybe maybe because you showed me that E120. It's color made from red spiders. It's red color, and they are on cactuses. They are on cactuses. Those spiders, those little spiders, we are eating.
I'm just laughing because we call one of our old mentors a spider, but yeah. And you're like,
Oh my,
little tiny little. Yeah. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, so renewing and restarting your life. I think this is a powerful thing because any kind of renewal, when you feel a newness in life, it feels so exciting, right? It feels so energizing and exciting. Like there's something new happening. It's not the same thing over and over again. And sometimes I've noticed that spontaneity, like just being super spontaneous, is really, really important. Otherwise, at least for me, I'm not saying this is the same for everybody, but I've noticed, at least in my life, I've got to keep this improvisational vibe
Mhm.
all the time because people sometimes need my help in like random moments. They'll like message me or
Exactly.
something, and I have to like think on the spot, like, what do I say to this? How do I heal this? How do I adapt this? Right? So yeah,
You can do.
my
Well, you can't. I told you before, and I'm so proud of you that you still do that. What I told you, that only heal people only who wants your healing, who wants to be healed from you, because it's your destiny, it's their destiny. But don't go randomly to random people and you need to be healed. You need to be healed. That's what other spiritual people do, and it's annoying and it's a sin. It's not good. People who really needs your help will come to you. God
they
will
force
show
feed
them.
people's healing. You mean they like you need to heal right
Well,
now?
what?
Yeah.
What did
You
you
mean
say?
you're for like I'm saying that like you so you're saying don't force feed people your healing. Like keep it to
Yeah,
yourself, like
yeah,
in
exactly.
a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like be the lighthouse
Mhm.
so that people come around. Don't like put it in people's faces that I'm a healer now and this is my thing
Yeah,
or whatever, you know?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Right, right.
Even though we are healers, we are nothing much more than other people. We are also people. We also have soul. And what I always say, I know it's annoying. We say
Mm.
we shit the same shit.
We shit the same shit.
Um,
YouTube
it's
is
from
gonna probably censor that, but that's all good.
no problem. It's
Yeah, read the
important.
disclaimer. We all shit the same shit, and God doesn't live in your rule book, right? He lives in the energy within you, behind your ribs, the
Yeah.
fire. So most people, what they do is they're like, I'm gonna ignore this, I'm gonna stop this, but then they go inwards, and then it's like no more dogma needed.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
That is so. Lots of people are trying to find their luck, their yeah, their luck in lots of other things, and they don't even realize that their luck is actually very close to them.
Yeah. You found like a four-leaf clover the other day, so you're definitely tapped into the luck energy. Well, you're very lucky for me, let's just say that. Yeah.
No, yeah. As I said, don't just go to people, to random people, and say you need to be healed. People, I swear, people who who needs to be healed, they will come to you by themselves, because God will give them advice. He will show them to come to you.
Oh yeah. Samba knows that very well. He actually showed up when I didn't have this healing thing going. At the time, he'd reached out and said, "Intuition is telling me to work with you." I remember that. Do you remember that, Samba?
Exactly.
That was amazing, man, because you trusted in that God spark or whatever that was, that energy that you saw in me, and humblest gratitude.
Exactly.
And yeah,
God is the most powerful. Nobody is
absolutely.
more powerful than God and His mind.
Mm. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. Samba says, I feel that. Yep. Mm. Let's go. All right. I think we've gone on a long time, babe. More than 20 minutes, I think. Let me just check.
I
Oh no,
was
we
thinking
haven't.
if you
Yeah, we were
for
24
healing,
minutes, right. Yeah, yeah. We we went over time. But
I was thinking that it's a little bit longer than we
yeah, yeah.
said
We
at the
got caught
beginning.
up in the zone. We're in the flow. That's why. Hey.
Yeah, we are when we are shut, we are talking with our minds. So just to make no confusion, when when we
Right.
stare at each other and don't say anything, we are talking with our minds. or se,
Mm,
how to say that? Secret, yeah, secret,
yeah.
secret language.
Hmm.
Mm,
I'm just wondering, babe, final question, and then we can wrap it up. So,
mm,
you know those non-duality people out there that are just like they talk like there's no me, there's no you, there's just pure beingness. It's just awareness, being aware of awareness itself. You know, what do you have to say to those people? Because they seem to have a specific path, but is it in union with God or what's really going on there? Because self-realization, I think, is very different than God realization, right?
it's a little bit hard. Mm, I mean, for me to explain in English.
Right, right, right. Maybe say it in Czech and then we'll translate it later or something.
Oh my goodness. Repeat it to me, please, and slower.
Yeah, so there's these non-duality people uh
What does
that believe it.
non-duality?
Non-duality is like, you know, good and bad, up and down, left and right, like duality, right? Polarity. So
Yeah.
they believe that everything is one. So they're like, there's no me, there's no Ellie, there's just oneness everywhere. It's just all oneness. It's just awareness being aware of awareness. But
Yeah, I
doesn't that
know
create
that.
more
Mhm.
separation? Like that's my question to you, is like that kind of a thinking, wouldn't that make somebody very separate instead of more in the unity?
Well, it makes people lazy when you think like that.
Mm,
But yeah,
yes.
I was also told many, many years ago, because I'm on my spiritual path from when I was born, I started. Also, then I followed Krishna. And yeah, when I followed Krishna, it was told to me that Krishna is uh, is water and we are drops. We are water drops of him. Well, it's actually true. It's actually true, but as I said, we all are the same but different at the same time. Also, drops are not perfectly same. So I don't know how to
That's
really
amazing.
explain it, in- but
Or
you
water
understand,
droplets
yeah?
of Krishna. Yeah, I love that. That's incredible. It's like the Rumi quote.
Yeah,
Like
but
whole
I
entire
say,
ocean in a drop. Yeah.
yeah, but no, I say that it's mm, all Vishnu, all Vishnu.
All Vishnu, like
It's
all Father.
it's
Yeah, it's
everywhere.
really cool. I really like that you
Everyone
brought that
has.
up.
Yeah, yeah, I told you before. All Vishnu is everywhere. It's in Islam, it's in Hinduism, it's in Christianity. Oh my God. Well, I don't know how to say that in English, but in Russian, at least, they say Всевышний Allah. It means all Vishnu Allah. That's how they call Allah. And Allah means God. Yeah,
Wow.
that's also
All Vishnu
para,
Allah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
Also,
in all of Russia, or this just certain parts of it?
it's uh it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And also I think in every language, but not everyone knows that. But it's also in every language.
Wow.
And also in Christianity, they also say all Vishnu God. That we have Jesus, yeah, but we have also all Vishnu God. But people who are not so much into Christianity, they are there only for, please God give me. So they
Yeah.
don't know that actually Christians also have all Vishnu God. Everyone has all Vishnu. Also, Yiduist, how to say that? Everyone has.
Christianity. Yeah. It's
No,
everything. It's all encompassing, basically, you're saying. Yeah, that's
yeah,
really cool.
and always is everything what you see. It's that bad and good. It's also
Yeah.
just everything. It's energy. It's not
It's
in
just
body.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
always is
So
everything.
stop trying to surrender and become surrender yourself. Like that's kind of the
I don't
idea.
know how
Yeah.
to say that. I don't know what is surrender.
Surrender means to let go of trying to control the situation, you know, like trying to micromanage, put it rules, boundaries, laws, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, that's what God makes us to do. Laws and
Yeah.
etc. So yeah,
Yeah.
without loves, we will be a Homo erectus.
You're right.
We need to grow. We need to have
Mm,
discipline. We need to, yeah.
yeah. That river of life force or that Shakti energy of energy everywhere, you're saying that's also a part of all Vishnu? Like it's both masculine and feminine?
Yeah, it's everything.
Amazing.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah,
Mm,
it's everything.
mm, yeah. Powerful, powerful session. I hope you guys found value in today's conversation. Give us a
I
like,
hope
share
people
it with a friend.
understand my English.
I'm sure they do. Hey guys,
I
give
hope
give
so.
Ellie some compliments, man, for her English because you already know she drops fire. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I had no idea that we were gonna do it, but ended up being everything I ever needed and then some indebted forever brother that set me in another land of being upward spiral. Yep, me and Emily watching the Mahabharata on YouTube today. Nice.
What
So
did you say? Mahabharata? It's
Mahabharat.
Mahabharata.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it for the English oriented people.
Yeah,
Um,
watch Mahabharata. It's really good. It's really good.
yeah,
I recommend. It's perfect.
right. Yes,
Thank
I was saying
you.
your English is solid. Your English is solid. Yeah, told you.
Solid, solid, like a rock, just like
Mm.
my mind. No, I'm not solid. I'm open-minded.
So yeah,
Simply, my dog is listening.
non-duality doesn't really bring you into the full like burning of embodiment and like feeling like love isn't a concept. It's our reality, right? Like it's a lived
God is
thing.
love.
God is love. Yeah.
No one is love, but God is
But not
love.
our
Yeah.
idea of love is because God's love is like a unity or an all-encompassing thing.
Well,
Whereas
God is love.
our
Yeah,
construct of love is like,
it's
it has to look
love. We
like
are
this
children
in
of
Hollywood.
God. We are children of God, and also same like it's like parenting love, God's love. It's like parenting love because also parents are yelling at you, beating
Hey,
you.
none of that now, Cindy.
It's a girl, she can. Ow!
No lesbian encounters.
Oh my goodness, babe. I'm not Zoophile and I'm not lesbian.
I know. Clearly not. I'm joking. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I
she
think
was so
that
good.
some people just have a spiritual ego with a non-duality costume they put on. You know what I mean? So they're like trying to act very spiritual, but then their lives aren't reflecting the glory and the gifts that the divine actually gives you. So don't ask for proof all the time.
Exactly.
Learn
Don't ask.
learn to embrace, yeah, embrace it.
Actually, people who are trying to say it, sorry, who are trying to find a proof that God is real, blah blah blah. They are too hyperactive. Just calm down, guys. Calm down and listen to your guides. Listen to everything around you, because God is everything. God is also my cup of chajori. Just listen to everything and understand everything.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in to the audience. Thank you to Ellie.
Upper spiral
Much
gang.
love. Namaskaram. Yeah, upward spiral gang. May the flow be with you.